Hi guys, Jurassic Junkie here, and today is my YouTube birthday. Welcome to the Friday Night Rant. So as you can see, it's a Christmas theme now, and I was just looking when I did my first video, and it was December the 3rd, and as today is December the 2nd, that makes a complete full 1 year of YouTubing. So yes, I've been doing it a year. I'm a year older. I'm a year wiser on YouTube. I've learned don't feed the trolls, and apart from that, that's all I've learned really. So yes, and to celebrate this, what I'm going to do is go to work and do a 12-hour shift. Rock on! So therefore, I can't have the most strongest of spirits because I need to go to bed in a minute and then get 3 hours kip before I go back out to work. So let's top shelf it today, and the sponsored by a drink is Shandy. Yes. Oh. Now I'm gonna have to watch it that I don't drink too much of this because, you know, strong stuff. But you can never moan with Shandy. Shandy's gorgeous. Right, that's taking the edge off. So because I've got to go to sleep quite soon, I didn't really plan out the Friday Night Rant because my shifts just messed me up. It just felt like 2 days has passed since my last Friday Night Rant. So I'm a bit unprepared, but I'll do what I can before I leave you and go to sleep. So the first thing, to celebrate my 1 year on YouTube, YouTube's completely redesigned the front page, and it may have rolled out on a few other pages, but I was using like the beta version anyway, so I don't know what is actually new to most people. And a lot of people are like, oh, I hate it, it's horrible. I like it. Mainly because I just like things to change. If they're the same over and over, it becomes boring, and like, don't get me wrong, people are like, well, I can't find this. Of course you can't, it's been moved. And that's, to me, what I enjoy. When things change, you go, where's this gone? Oh, I like it there now, and do this. So it all depends. Some people are going to kick off about it, but personally, I like it. So I'm not going to pussyfoot around, we're going to jump straight in. I keep going to the left so I can show off Joe's display. She'll probably hit me if I don't give it enough airtime. But yeah, the first thing I want to moan about is EA! Yeah, it's the running theme, keeps going on, and EA just sound like they're squeezing pennies out of everything. And Dead Space is obviously a great franchise. I was too much of a pussy to play it all. From what I have played so far, I really enjoyed it. In fact, I'm going to have to put it on one of my start and finishes collection and actually get that game completed. But what I've played so far, amazing game. And obviously 2 came out. I've not played anything of it, so I can't really review it. But it doesn't matter, it's a normal style game. You get 1, then you get 2, and it goes on. But obviously, they released like a rail shooter for the Wii, and I think it's possibly gone to the PlayStation 3. Now that's okay. It means the Wii gets to taste some of Dead Space because obviously it can't handle the graphics. And at the same time, they did like there's a novel, there's some comics, there's a animated movie. So you're like, okay, they're cashing in on it a bit, that's fine. But EA have just said, they're just getting started. So they've obviously walked into the offices and says, is this franchise making money? And someone's gone, yeah, it's making a lot of money. And they've kicked him in the face and gone, that's not good enough. It needs to make a fucking lot of money. And what they're deciding to do is they're going to be releasing Dead Space 3, which is good for the Dead Space fans. And they're going to be releasing Dead Space first-person shooter. That sounds a bit weird. They're going to be releasing Dead Space the flight sim. So you'll be going around in the ships and shooting each other. Now that one is quite interesting, but still, you have to say, naughty EA, you really are cashing in on it. And the third thing, well, fourth even, is they're going to be doing Dead Space Uncharted, which isn't actually called that, but they've said they want to do some action-adventure, Uncharted-style game. So they're going to be going in that direction as well. So I always think if you've got a good franchise like Mass Effect, you stick with it, you make it as perfect as possible, and then once it's done, you release another one. Take a long time, develop it, and keep your fans happy. But now they're just like, bang it out, bang it out, bang it out. I feel like they're going to damage the Dead Space franchise. So that's all I've got to say. Oh, and on top of all that, it sounds like, obviously, the Uncharted one, you'll probably be able to play multiplayer. The Flight Sim, you'll definitely be able to play multiplayer. Uncharted 3, Dead Space 3, multiplayer. Each one of these is going to need an EA pass. And obviously, if you buy it second hand, then you're going to have to pay £5 or £10, depending how much it is, I can't remember, to actually go online and play. EA rubbing their hands together once again. So the thing that's really angered me this week is Kotaku, or Kotaku. I always say it wrong, don't matter, it's me. And yeah, they've annoyed me. I've ranted about them in the past, just saying they did something which annoyed me. And the stupid thing is I always go back, just because they give a lot of content a lot of it's crap, but when you're at work and you're bored, especially when you're doing 12 hours, even crap content you tend to read. But anyway, I've started commenting on there a fair bit, and they just been banging out Skyrim videos, left, right and centre, even if they're not even funny. It just like feels like Skyrim are paying them to actually put all this content on. So I was like, okay, that's fine. But then they uploaded a video of Modern Warfare 3. There was a care package falling and moving slightly forwards and hitting somebody. That's all it was. It was 10 seconds. It really wasn't worth a post. So I simply wrote, that really wasn't worth a post. And then when I woke up in the morning, I checked it, and my comment has got hashtag cornfield on it. I was like, what's a cornfield? So I looked into it, clicked on it, and found there's like a sub-forum within the website, and any comment they deem to be offensive or they just don't want anyone to see, they hashtag cornfield it. And all these are piled up together, so I'll put the link below. If you fancy reading some of these comments they think needed to be modded, then just click the link below and have a look. And some of them absolutely stupid. Like, if somebody went on and said something really racist or they was trolling or something like that, fair enough, it needs to be modded and move it away. But some of these comments really shouldn't have been moved, especially mine just saying, was it needed? And a lot of people backed me up, went, yeah, you're right, but then they moved it. And the good thing is you can see why they're banning people as well, because it shows all the details. So I don't think they want you to find this link, but nonetheless, it's there. So here's a few things that I just grabbed from the top 5 things. Somebody simply commented, I love Skyrim and I love Kotaku, but shouldn't we tone it down a little? Just referring to the amount of Skyrim posts. And they responded, Cornfield. Apple has programmed us to think whole numbers mean big updates. Cornfield. Just finished playing Skyward Sword, and what can Skyrim learn from it? Nothing. Cornfield. Lame. Cornfield. Gay. Cornfield. Fuck you, Kotaku. Cornfield. So yeah, like, obviously, fair enough, some comments do deserve it, but majority of them really don't. I think it's a shame because that website is good. It has the content. Obviously, they've got the fingers in plenty of different pies and they can ask these questions to the developers and get answers, which most people can't do. But it feels like now they're just being paid by so many people to just force reviews, and it just feels like now it's just a money-making website, which is a shame, and we're just being used. So as I said, there's not massive loads. The only other thing I really want to moan about is updates, and I just cannot understand how it's so hard to update something. Now, first of all, obviously, Skyrim's got its bugs, and that I can kind of accept just because of the sheer size of that game. Bugs are going to happen, and obviously they rolled out a bug now, and everyone's complaining that dragons are now flying backwards, which is kind of a bad problem if you're a dragon. But obviously, this update must have been tested, then they've rolled it out and gone, oh, it's broke something else, but it's probably fixed something else. And still, that's bad of them to do that. But the thing that really bugs me this week is Battlefield. Now, I've been playing it a lot, and the major bug that we've got is we'll go in as a party, then we'll join a server, and it automatically splits us up. And I can understand that if there's only one slot on each team, it just puts us across. But we're joining sometimes where there's 4 people, and then there's 3 other empty teams, but it puts us all over, and we're like, why can we not? And so we will have to quit and then join session in progress and all that lot, and they was going to fix it. So an update's come out, it's not fixed it, and I can't understand because everybody's complaining, saying you've got to sort this out, DICE, you've got to fix this, and they'll go away and then come back and not fix it. And I'm like, I cannot understand. If you've got a team, or even just a team of 10 people, give them a week, 10 people 1 week, to sit there constantly just trying to fix a little thing like that. How has that not been done already? I can't understand how glitches can't be crushed so quickly. And I've spoke about it in the past, Modern Warfare 2, I remember when they had the care package glitch, well, I went 2 weeks having to just fight people who was cheating, and all they had to do is just patch one thing, stop you jumping over the wall and using the canister twice. It couldn't have been that hard to find out where that fault lied and fix it, and you've got a massive team, and it took them 2 weeks to try and fix that. So at that rate, surely each game they make must take a century if they're going at that speed. I can't understand it. They can bang a game out once every year or once every 2 years, but an update, tiny update, can take 2 weeks. Now, a lot of people will be like, oh, they need to test it. I understand they need to test it, but it isn't 2 weeks worth of waiting. So that is kind of it. I know it was bite-sized, but I prefer to do one than to just put on Facebook, I'm not doing one because I've got to go to work in a minute and then go to bed. So at least you got a little something. So I'm going to go and finish this shandy, crazy as I am. And I'm going to leave you with a very basic question, and it simply is, do you like the new YouTube? And if you don't, why? And if you do, why? I've just realised I've just been staring at the camera for the last 2 minutes thinking something to say, and the reason for that simply is the second I stop recording means I need to edit it, then that means I need to go to bed, then I wake up and it's time for work. So the longer I stare at this camera, the further away work is. It feels further away at the moment, but sadly I'm going to have to hit that little stop button and then go to work. Sad days. In fact, one more for the road. Fuck you, EA. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers. Bye.